So you want to launch an AI app, but you don't know where to start. Then you may have this question that came in the community from Ben David. How do you test if an AI app idea is worth building? Fantastic question. Fundamentally, not every single idea is equally the same. So we're going to dive into this in this video. I'm going to get the whiteboard out and I'm going to share with you something that made a real profound impact to me over this last 10 years when we first started our fulfillment business in 2015, and fundamentally has helped us build our business that we have today. So if you're interested in vibe coding, then hit the subscribe button, give it a big thumbs up. Thank you very much for this great question in our community, which you are also invited to in the notes down below. So how do you test if an AI app is worth building? So these are what we call like the levels of offers, okay? Levels of offers, okay? And not every single offer, an app that you build has equal weight in the marketplace. Some things are just more urgent, more required, and in terms of a solution for the problem that you're solving is just maybe more in demand. And I was always, over this last 10 years, I was always thinking, well, how do I know what idea to pursue? And these 4 levels really, really helped. So what's the first level? The first level, let's turn to red, is nice. I'm just going to put nice, okay? Nice to have, basically. So these are apps that are just nice to have. This could be something that is when somebody sees it, it's like, oh, that's nice. When somebody comes across it, it goes, oh, that's pretty nice. It's not essential. It's just nice, right? It's that feeling from an emotional point of view. That's what an offer ultimately is. It's you communicating what the emotion the other person on the other end may be feeling. And if they come across your idea as an app, then they might just go, well, that's a nice app. It could be, for example, like a time management, right? A time management app. It's not essential. And some people that see it, they may not be all that interested in a time management. They see it and go, well, that would be nice to have, but there's no real urgency to take action. So in terms of how do you test if an app is worth building, first put it through this filter. Is it nice to have? The next thing, and we go into the levels of severity here, right? So you can imagine what this level 4 is going to be. The next thing is essentially it's, I'm just going to put as an A. I'm just going to put AN. It's basically a nuisance, right? It's annoying. There's a problem that is annoying the user, right? So they're going around their everyday life and it's annoying them. It's not just nice to have, because nice to have has no sort of pain attached. But when something is annoying them on a daily basis, if something is given like a nuisance, they're reminded on a regular basis, that's now the next level of problem solving, right? So think about it from that perspective. Is what you're trying to solve, is what you're trying to build, does it solve a nuisance? Does it solve a repeated annoyance, right? So you can see we're going up these levels. The next thing, the next level is, I'm just going to put I, which stands for insomnia. Is it keeping them up now at night? So something's gone from nice to have, like they look at something and go, oh, well, that'd be nice to have. Now it's no longer just nice to have, it's annoying them on a daily basis, but still not keeping them up at night. Now, this particular problem is now actually keeping them up at night. They are waking up in the night or early mornings, or they're not going to bed because this particular problem that they're going through is now creating insomnia, right? It's the lack of sleep because it's more a severity of a problem. Then the next thing, and this level 4 is if you find ideas in this, in terms of your app, it's going to be like hotcakes. It's going to sell like hotcakes. And essentially, we're now talking. I'm just going to put a BN. A BN that stands for bleeding neck. So this particular problem is like a bleeding neck. Imagine if you've got a bleeding neck, all you think about is getting to the hospital, right? All you think about is getting it treated. All you think about is saving your life. All you think about is doing anything you possibly can to resolve that bleeding neck. So this is like the 4 levels of offers, which ties directly into how do you test if an app idea is worth building. This is something that you want to put a filter through. It's really going to help significantly, Ben, and anybody else that's watching, because when you start to think of problems and fundamentally your app solution, if you go through here, what you may find what you're actually building is a nice to have. You might think it's a great idea. It is a nice idea, right? But it's just nice. If you start to put it through the filters of each of these, is it really a problem that's going to keep them up all night? Is it really going to fundamentally get them to take action there and then because it solves that problem? The more you can go down this, the better your app idea will perform. And fundamentally, that's going to help when it comes to launch, etc. Now, that's the first starting point in terms of how do you test if an app idea is worth building. But then there's more to it than that as well. And IESA actually put into it, validate the problem, test user interest, prototype fast, and ensure feasibility before committing to full development. So great response. And that's what the community is for. If you want to join us, this is what the community is for. But yeah, once you've got an idea, what you want to do is you want to go, okay, I believe my offer is insomnia, right? It is a problem that is going to keep people up at night. Then what you want to do is you want to create a prototype, right? A prototype as quickly as possible. And that's what we created this questionnaire for. Build your AI SaaS app prototype within 10 minutes. You want to be able to test this very, very quickly. So in this particular case, if you're starting from scratch, you click this button. If this particular case, you've already got a business, then you click that button. This is found down below, kevblackburn.com/SaaS with, that's SAAS. So if you click on this, it's going to ask a couple of questions, right? It's going to ask who's your target audience. I'm just going to put freelancers. What problem do they have? This is where you start putting the what level of problem. Go as specific as you possibly can. Then what you do once you get through all this is as soon as you enter your name and your email address, and we are documenting all this behind the scenes on our road to 10K. So please hit the subscribe button and join us if you like. Once this does its thing, this is an app that I've built, right? This is an app that I know, this is, in my opinion, when I put it through this filter, I would say it's a nice to have, okay? It's not annoying, like this app that I've built. It's not annoyance. It's not a insomnia. It's not a bleeding neck. You could argue it could potentially be annoying, right? There's an idea that somebody has. This is why, Ben himself, how do you test, right? Annoying is maybe not the right word, but it's like, I've got questions, right? How do I get started? What do I do? That's like, I want that resolving. So what this does, it basically has your everything in here, such as your app idea, design, automate. All this has been automated through the app that we've built. It also creates the lovable master prompt, which is really, really exciting. So I hope that's helped. Let me know down below, comment down below, let me know. Join the community if you like. We are going to be creating a Vibers Masterclass, which is super exciting, where there's going to be some questions, there's going to be live, there's going to be step-by-steps, there's going to be some amazing things that we do. You are going to be invited if you join the community down below, and then you can learn more if you want. So Ben, I hope that's answered your question. Take action. As always, my name's Kev, inspiring you every single day to keep taking massive action. Bye-bye.